how's it going? So, welcome to the podcast. This is the ALP ASMR podcast. The ASMR edition of the ALP podcast. I just thought I'd do one of these for a laugh. I'm really seeing a massive appeal in myself in people just whispering into a microphone, but it's just something to do, really. I want to start off with a tiny channel update. There hasn't been loads and loads and loads of videos uploaded recently. So, hold on. Just going to record it on my camera as well. I was just pressing the record button on my camera, a bit weird to bring that up, but I just thought I'd tell everyone, anyway, a bit of a channel update. There hasn't been a lot of videos recently. I was just being a bit lazy with the social media challenge one. I did want to try and get it done sooner, but I just felt like, oh man, there's so many clips, blah, 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 how am I going to get this done? And I was just a little bit lazy with it, but once I started editing, I managed to get it done. So that was good. It just flew by, really. I just managed to edit it and get it uploaded. It didn't require too much in the editing department. And then I uploaded it. I have had a few podcasts planned, but there's been, obviously, a lot of us have been busy. We was going to do a Twitch live stream, but, Aaron's really busy with stuff. He hasn't been uploading much, but he's just insanely busy. That's all I can say, really. He's got a lot on his plate, and I don't know how much I'm going to be uploading for a bit of time, mainly because I'm going to be editing 4 videos for George, the part 2 of that Doctor Who short film, and behind the scenes, and a couple of the videos we did ages ago. Then for a while I'm probably not going to edit it much on George's channel. There's stuff that I want to do on this channel, some podcasts I want to get done. Hopefully we can get those done. I've got video ideas for stuff that I can do on my own. So, all well and good. Let's look up some news quickly then. Let's see what's going on. This is so annoying. Basically, I've got a drawer. The computer's balanced on a drawer, and I can't put my legs under it, so I need a desk. Getting a desk soon, and I have to hunch over because I can't sit straight back. And there's nowhere for me to put my legs under because I've got drawers here. So, and obviously you can see the sun. Curtains aren't very good neither. The sun's shining through the curtains, so I'll try and get some new curtains eventually, at some point as well. Let's look up news then. Sean Connery's passed away, sadly. That is a damn shame. I already knew about this. I was going to bring this up. Great actor. I haven't watched loads and loads of his films, but I've seen The Untouchables, which is amazing. Him and Kevin Costner and Robert De Niro, brilliant. And I've seen him in Indiana Jones 3. He was absolutely fantastic in that. He's just a great actor. He went out to live in the Bahamas, I think, after this really bad film that he did in 2003, just what my mate told me. It's a fair play to him. He's been chilling out in the Bahamas all these years, and he made it to 19. That's a very good age, and he's had a really, really cool life. So, it's a massive, massive fair play to him. I'm just going to look up some films, see if he's been in anything that... obviously, he's been in all the James Bond films, but let's have a look. I haven't actually watched all the old James Bond films. All I've watched is Spectre and Skyfall. That's all I've watched. But yeah, I was Sean Connery films. I've only watched the Untouchables and Indiana Jones 3, but that was cool. You know, they were two great films. So yeah, I can't really think of much else for news. I did look on news, but it was all just political stuff or depressing stuff or things that you probably all already know about. So I never usually type in news. I always have things like pre-planned for the podcast or just for news, or if there's something that we can expand points upon. It's always good to like get news that you can actually go into decent detail rather than just stating something that's happened and then saying nothing. You know. So yeah. I'm not going to be doing a UFC 255 prediction because I don't really know a lot about all the fighters on the cards. Well, not enough to go into detail, so let's just have a look. UFC 255. UFC 255 card. Here we go. So, it's still not coming up with a card. What the hell? Oh, come on. Absolute joke. Sorry for the faff. Alright then. Another main event is a flyweight fight, Davis and Figueroa, and Shevchenko's fighting Jennifer Maia. I know that, but it's just difficult to go into detail with them thing, like just about them, you know. Oh god, this is really annoying me. I can't find the actual. Here we go, because it comes up with UFC Ultimate. Well, I was trying to find this. It's hard to see. I need to turn the brightness up. I was trying to find this. Like, and you scroll across and you find the fight. So there's Mauricio Hoover versus Paul Craig. Cool rematch. That was insanely close. I mean, you know, I remember Paul Craig was landing a lot of great shots, but he was just headhunting all the time. Like, Hoover was like this, and he was just headhunting all the time, constantly. He really should have gone for some body shots or backed up or mixed it up with some straight punches instead of just throwing hooks and uppercuts at all angles, you know. But overall, I did think Paul Craig won that fight, but it's cool that they're having a rematch, I guess. Nicholas Darby's fighting. I know he got beat before. Jar Gordon, Carl Dorcas, cool. Antonia Shevchenko, cool beans. Main event though, I think Davis and Figueroa will just win. Valentina Shevchenko beat Jennifer Maia, but I'm just stating the obvious there, really, aren't I? There's not loads and loads to say about them, to be honest. I just need to try and get better at fight analysing, you know, because I can talk about a few things, but I can't really go into great detail, so I do need to work on that. Obviously, a lot of people who are good at that, they only have X amount of interests, like probably MMA and a few others. Well, I've got quite a variety of interests, hobbies, and things that I enjoy researching into and talking about. But I will try and I will try and look into it more. Though I will try and look into analysing the fights better. But yeah, 255. I will still watch it, but I'm not too fussed. So, UFC 254. I didn't actually watch that because that was pay-per-view, and also I was on holiday for a week, so I wasn't able to watch that one. But that was, it was cool that Robert Whittaker won. I did think he was going to lose. I thought if Till's landing big shots on you, and Romero's nearly knocking you out, and Israel Adesanya isn't knocking you out with ease, you know. I know in the first Romero fight, Whittaker didn't nearly get knocked out, but in the second one, bloody hell, Romero put it on him in the fourth and fifth. So I do think, hold on, let's get this a little bit higher. There we go. I do think that brain fault. I don't think it's cool that Whittaker was fighting properly. He was fighting tactically. He was using the jab loads and he was utilising utilising his high kick. Just getting a chunk of water. He used his high kick quite well. Actually, a little bit more. So yeah, he was utilising the high kick, utilising the jab. From the highlights that I saw, and he was just doing great. Nearly finished him. Cannonier brought it on him in the last 20 seconds, but it was too little, too late by then. So yeah, fair play, massive fair play to Whittaker. To be honest, he has been quite chilled out with. He has been quite chilled out with, like, you know, trying to get a title shot. He's been very humble, and he hasn't really been that bothered about advocating for a title shot. So yeah, you know, he's just been like, I'm not gonna like push for a title shot, but I'm pretty sure Dana offered him one. So it's quite weird, really. But he's just saying, I'll fight everyone. I'm not bothered about the rematch particularly, but you know, if I get it, I'll do it. But he should really just be saying, I want the title shot. I'm going for it, really. But personally, I am happy that Israel Adesanya is going up to middleweight. I mean, to light heavyweight to fight Jan Blachowicz. I'm really glad about that one, to be honest. It'll be really cool. I feel like the only really great matchup for him would have been Jar Cannonier if he knocked out Whittaker, and Jar didn't knock out Whittaker, and he's already fought Whittaker, and I can't see that fight. I can see it being a bit more competitive, but I can't see it being. I can still see Israel getting a knockout on him, but it'll probably be later on in the fight, you know. So yeah, he'll probably just go up to light heavyweight and fight Jan. I think he can do it, to be honest. Israel's very good at like sniping, you know, with his striking, and Jan hasn't really got the wrestling as all to take him down and keep him down. I don't think he can pull that off, and he hasn't got the clinch game neither. And Jan usually waits for people to come in and counter, and he won't be able to do that against Izzy. Israel's just too long for him, and Israel doesn't come forward, so Jan will eventually have to come forward, and you know, and I mean, if Jan tries to just stand with Izzy, he'll probably win. And if he tries to fight him from a distance, Izzy will still probably win. So yeah, Jan's got this one. Well, Izzy's got this one in the bag. So next fight. The main event. Oh no, I was going to say one last thing. It'd be cool if he did go up to heavyweight as well, because he did that in kickboxing. He won the heavyweight title in kickboxing. I can see Israel. You know, it's close. But I can see him beating John Jones. I can definitely see that happening. And but I can't see him beating. It's close against Jones. Don't get me wrong, it's close. And if Jones gets it to the ground, Jones has got a massive advantage over him. But Jones always stands with people. Usually, I mean, I know he went for, like, he hasn't used his wrestling since the Gustafsson fight. I know he tried to take Reyes down, but that didn't work out well for him, did it? So Reyes just kept defending, so I can't really see him going for the takedown on Izzy loads. So yeah. But I was going to say, like, a decent matchup for Israel at middleweight that maybe I want to see is Chris Weidman versus Israel. That'd be quite cool. I do think Izzy would win, but you just never know. You never know. Maybe Weidman can just take him down in wrestling, because he has got amazing wrestling. But Israel did well to defend those takedowns from Yoel Romero. He did do very well. I think it was only like 1 or 2 he attempted, but still defended him against Yoel. So I'd pick Israel winning that fight, but still, you know, will be very competitive and interesting, and an interesting start matchup. So yeah. To be honest, though, if Israel does, I can't see him beating Miocic. I think Miocic's wrestling's better. His double leg's great and his single leg's good. I think you can just take him down and just ground and pound him. So yeah, and I mean, if none of these work out for Israel, if Jan does land the big bomb, which as much as I don't think he'll land the big bomb is possible, Israel can still, like, you know, just go back down to 185. I mean, the thing is, he's not even a big 85, or is he? He's probably 187 on Fight Night usually, and walks around at 190. So, you know, I think he can put on the muscle and get up to 205 and get up to a decent weight of heavyweight, like 215, 220 pounds. You know, I think he can definitely get up to there and do well. So, and main event, amazing from Khabib, absolutely phenomenal. Fair play to him. People saying he's the GOAT now. I'm not really that bothered, to be honest with you. I don't really care for, like, GOAT discussions too often. I suppose Khabib would probably put him at number 3. Jones at number 2 and GSP number 1. Probably put Khabib at number 3 because he hasn't taken any damage. He's pretty much dominated everyone he's been against. The Gleison T-Bow fight was questionable, but you know, yeah, it was questionable. But at the end of the day, the judges gave all 3 rounds to Khabib, didn't they? And I mean, Khabib's only lost a round to McGregor, hasn't he? So, you know. Gaethje, a little bit of a shame for him that he lost. I would have liked to have seen him do better, but at the end of the day, Khabib's just a beast. He took Gaethje's best punches, didn't he? You know. So, yeah, Khabib took Gaethje's best punches like it was nothing. And Gaethje sort of got gassed quite quick, and he has absolutely no submission grappling. His wrestling's pretty solid, you know. I know he defended like 1 or 2 takedowns, but at the end of the day, you know, Khabib just, his submission grappling's way better than Gaethje's, and his wrestling's better. Gaethje had nothing from him on his back. And, yeah, but I did think Gaethje would be able to just keep landing the big shots and defending the takedowns, because Khabib's never fought a proper wrestler before, but he couldn't do it, and that's that. You know, Khabib retiring after the fight. When I first read about it, I thought to myself, oh, alright then. So Khabib's retiring. And I was watching the True Geordie's reaction. They were like, oh, he's retired. And I thought to myself, no, he hasn't. Come on. He can't actually be doing it. He can't actually be retiring. So then I looked at the actual interview once it was released on YouTube. And he was like, saying that he's finished, he doesn't want to fight anymore, because obviously his father isn't with him anymore. His father passed on sadly, which is a real shame, as we all know, and his mum doesn't want him to fight unless his father's there. And but his father did want him to go 30, you know, and fight GSP, but as Khabib said, you know, his mum didn't want him to fight without his father there anymore. I'm pretty sure Khabib's going to stick to his word and not continue fighting. But that's just my opinion. But then Dana came out and said that him and Khabib have been in talks. So, and that Khabib says he wants one more fight, which I don't mind. Khabib can do what he wants, really. It's not like he's barely taken any damage, really. He's barely taken any clean shots. So, yeah, he can keep fighting if he wants to. He can have 10 more fights as long as he keeps dominating and not taking any damage. Then he can just keep fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, can't he? So, yeah. I don't really know what to say, to be honest. It's like, I honestly thought after watching the interview that he would have, you know, that he's going to stick to his word and retire, but it's ultimately up to him. He does want that GSP fight. So, by the way, I am just rubbing my back. I know earlier I was going like this, and it might look like I was scratching my arse, but yeah, I'm just rubbing my back because, I don't know, it's just difficult. If I don't know how the volume's going to sound like sitting all the way back here, I can just turn it up, can't I? because I've actually had some back issues, sadly. You know, because of my crap bed. I've got a new bed now, thankfully. But I was just leaning over like this, because I think it'll sound better, but I don't know, hopefully it does. Obviously I haven't got a desk, I've got drawers, haven't I, so I can't put my legs under, I can't like actually move close to the mic and keep like sat up straight. At least I've got a good chair though. This chair's good, the bed's good, so the new bed's good. And I didn't actually have a chair for ages in my room, which is crazy, but you just don't think about it, do you? Actually no, I did, but it was a load of crap and we had to throw it away. I'd had it for years and it wasn't the best chair. Anyway, back to the UFC. Khabib says he'll come back for GSP, so that is fair game, really. It'll be cool to see him back at it, you know. So yeah. What else is there to talk about? Oh yeah, what I think will happen if he fights GSP. Personally, I think Khabib will get it done. Khabib's always said he wanted to fight at 155, right? And GSP's like, let's just do this at 65. And hopefully he can just agree to do it, because GSP's old and cutting down to 155 is just absolutely brutal. So yeah, it just wouldn't be any good, to be honest. It'd just be really, really, really bad for him. So yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about with this one, to be honest. I'm trying to think. I didn't really plan this ASMR one much. I just thought I'd like ramble about MMA, give a few channel updates, and that's it really. Yeah, just, you know, hopefully we can get more content out there, and like we're doing our best to, and that's that really. So yeah, I guess I can end the podcast there. This has been a very, very strange one, to be honest. Probably a very, very weak one. But at the end of the day, it was just kind of cool to, I guess, do an ASMR one. That's that really. Thanks for watching, and see ya.